Ethiopia has officially inaugurated a controversial mega dam built over River Nile after 14 years of construction. The dam, which will be Africa's largest hydroelectric plant with a capacity to produce more than 5,000 megawatts of electricity, has been at the center of a diplomatic row with Sudan and Egypt, countries that are down the stream. Khartoum and Cairo fear that essential water supplies could be affected. Kalkiran Yibeltal has the report from Addis Ababa.
For a country scarred by a devastating civil war that ended just 3 years ago and continues to face unrest, the project, officially known as the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, generates a rare sense of unity for the majority of the people. And tens of millions across the country's rural villages and remote towns are hoping they will see the benefit. One villager, Getenish, lives in a Lamura village less than 10 kilometers outside Hawassa, a major city in southern Ethiopia. Her household, like many others in her village, does not have access to electricity.
When we run out of fuel, we might spend nights in darkness. Sometimes we use firewood as a source of light. Sometimes we can't even have enough wood.
For more than a decade, her husband Germesa, who is a farmer and a part-time carpenter, has been contributing to the national fundraising campaign for the construction of the dam from his monthly income. Hundreds of millions of dollars have been collected from the public through donations and the sale of government-issued bonds. Getenish and Germesa are now hoping to have access to electricity. The dam began generating power to a small extent 3 years ago, and it's expected to operate with full capacity soon.
Our intention is by 2030, at least more than 90% of our nation should get access to electricity. That is how we are working upon that.
Besides providing households with electricity, Ethiopia aims to become an economic powerhouse in the Horn of Africa region, for which generating massive amounts of power could be important. The hydropower project is also expected to boost electricity exports to regional neighbors, but it has created issues for countries downstream. Over the years, there have been several rounds of talks among Ethiopia, Sudan, and Egypt to address issues raised around the building of this hydroelectric dam. However, none of these efforts have been successful, and a binding agreement has not been signed. Sudan and Egypt fear the dam could affect water levels on the Nile, particularly in times of drought, something Ethiopia denies. In a recent joint statement, the two countries said the dam will continue to create a threat to their water supplies. Officials in Addis Ababa say the costs of the construction were covered by the government and contributions from the public. Now, the country is set to generate a massive source of income in addition to providing power to millions of its citizens.